Yeah, the Kennedy Center is not something I really care a lot about, but I do care that an American president doesn't see anything wrong with him personally taking it over, or that his communications director, Stephen Chung, said it was justified because Trump, quote, is a virtuoso and his musical choices represent a brilliant palette of vibrant colors when others often paint in pale pastels. And these bills they've introduced to make Trump's birthday a holiday and put him on currency and Mount Rushmore. This is not what we do here, guys. He's still in office, for God's sake. Can we see how it turns out before we put him on a stamp?
Bill Maher didn't just roast Trump. He slow-cooked him on a spit of sarcasm, basted in brutal wit, and served him up with a flaming side of truth bombs. From delusional Mount Rushmore fantasies to bizarre tales of transgender mice, Maher didn't just drag the former president. He gave him a full-on comedic exorcism. If Trump's ego were any thinner-skinned, it'd qualify as biodegradable packaging. Buckle in, this roast wasn't just spicy, it scorched. Trump on Mount Rushmore? Maybe wait until he's not still dodging court dates. That's how Maher opened his latest blistering monologue aimed straight at the orange-tinted enigma that is Donald J. Trump. And let's be clear, this wasn't some late-night chuckle fest. This was a verbal firestorm.
Like Trump now, they name weapons systems after him. They've even dressed like him with the trademark suit and tie.
Maher went in hard on everything from Trump's infamous hair swirl to Melania's vanishing act. And there were no survivors. Warning, what you're about to hear might make even the most MAGA-draped fans clutch their pearls and mutter, "He really said that?" According to Maher, Trump's legacy is becoming so mythologized that folks are naming weapons after him. And yes, Trump cosplay is now a thing, complete with the crimson necktie, duckface pout, and faux gold swagger.
That there is a level of Trump derangement syndrome on the left? Will you admit that this shit is also deranged? All the people...
But Maher, he wasn't playing dress up. He came armed with receipts, rage, and a monologue that hit like a heat-seeking missile fueled by 4 years of pent-up snark. He'd been watching the Trump show unfold like the rest of us, equal parts horror and comedy. But unlike Twitter users and late-night desk jockeys, Maher saved his venom for a grand release. And boy, did he unload. Enter stage right. Anderson McDowell. Wait, who? Some obscure figure now pushing to rename Dulles Airport in honor of Trump. Maher didn't miss a beat, snapping perfect.
All the people on the right who say they certainly don't agree with me on everything, but they respect the way I keep it real about the left and like me because I'm honest, well, that's a two-way street. Are you being honest? At Trump's speech this month to a joint session of Congress, he claimed the government had spent $8 million making mice transgender. It did not. The $8 million was for transgenic mice, mice that were being genetically modified to study how hormone treatments affect human health. We were splicing their genes, not making them compete in women's sports.
Just like Trump's policies, it'll be an airport where flights only go out. No arrivals, just a non-stop express lane to anywhere but here. And then there's the Mount Rushmore fever dream. Yes, an actual proposal exists to chisel Trump's mug next to the likes of Lincoln and Washington. Why? Because apparently he's a patriot, like Washington, a maverick like Roosevelt, and a guy who, well, let's just say his presence wouldn't exactly help Broadway ticket sales. Too dark? Too factual? Maher's takedown wasn't your average roast. This wasn't punchlines over Pinot Grigio. It was a savage dissection of a public figure who once bragged he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and keep his voter base intact.
Must tell us what happened to going after the military.
Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. And, you know, the people elected me on that.
Maher, in turn, showed that while Trump might be bulletproof in some circles, his mythology is full of hairline cracks. And Maher brought the jackhammer. I'll admit it, Maher confessed. The left's got a case of Trump derangement syndrome. But then he turned the mirror around and asked, can we also admit this obsession with deifying a man who's still mid-scandal is next-level delusion? The audience? lost their minds. Roaring applause, standing ovation. Bill Maher didn't just clap back, he burned the stage down. Bill Maher didn't just take Trump to task. He sent him on a one-way trip through the funhouse mirror of American politics, where facts go to die and ego runs the show. The deeper Maher dove, the clearer it became. Trump's world isn't just distorted, it's practically sci-fi. Conspiracies? Check. Alternative facts? Double check. Pure fiction? You bet your MAGA hat. Then came the cherry bomb. Trump's grand economic masterstroke, tariffs on Canada. Yes, Canada, the friendliest nation on earth, armed with maple syrup, universal health care, and Ryan Reynolds. Maher didn't hold back. Because clearly what this country needed was a showdown with the people who say sorry when you bump into them. Cue the laughter. Maher's thesis was loud and clear. Trump isn't a misunderstood savior. He's not even a rogue genius. He's a walking contradiction. A self-proclaimed billionaire populist, a recluse who can't stop talking, a chaos hurricane dressed like a Vegas lounge host. And Maher, he's the truth slinger with the guts to say it on live TV. When it came to Trump's economic know-how, Maher dripped with sarcasm. That's the guy we thought could run a country? Sure, let's entrust the economy to someone who thinks GDP is a new hip-hop artist. The audience exploded. Let's be honest, Trump's economic strategy is shakier than a Jenga tower in a windstorm, and Maher was ready with the sledgehammer. Our defense budget is more than the next 9 countries combined, Maher snapped. We spend 8.5 times what Russia does. But hey, as long as you've got a slogan and a red hat, who needs facts? Every punchline landed like a precision airstrike. Then came Trump's ego, the star of its own reality series. It's his only consistent quality, Maher said. That and not knowing where anything on a map is. He cracked. Give the guy a Nobel Prize and he'd probably call it a Nobel Prize. Then brag. No one's nobler than me. Believe me, deadpan delivery, shark-eyed impersonation, standing ovation. Maher wasn't done. He rolled out Trump's greatest hits. Contradictions, delusions, and the baffling belief that he's always right, even when he's face-planting in front of the world. And we're all like, dude, we still need eggs. What else are we gonna throw at Teslas? Zooming out, Maher diagnosed a fatal flaw in Trumpism and American politics. Every big winner eventually overreaches. Trump won big, and then started acting like he owned the country. He even quoted James Carville. Maybe the best strategy is just to sit back. Let them dig the hole, just hand them a bigger shovel. By the end, Maher's point was in neon lights. Donald Trump isn't a savior. He's a blooper reel with a Twitter account. A cautionary tale wrapped in bronzer and bravado. And as Maher delivered the closing line, he dropped the mic with flair. So, next time someone calls Trump a genius, a tycoon, or a man of the people, Maher said, just remind them. We've all seen the outtakes. And frankly, we're just sticking around for the sequel.